to my channel. So today I have for you what I wore throughout December 2025. December went pretty quickly, but I'm really pleased with how I did this month. So I'm just going to dive right in. First up, we had this duo here, and that is Pretty Serious, Eat, Drink and Assimilate. This one is a much older one in my collection, but it's just this gorgeous, it's like a bronzy orange, maybe a burnt orange, but like a metallic-y feel to it. But very pretty. It's got that great Pretty Serious formula. I do miss this brand. And with that, I added on some Ciate's Funhouse, which is kind of like a rose gold glitter, I feel. A really, really pretty glitter, this one. I can't even tell you when I got it or when the last time I wore it, but it seems to have a fill line. So some of these, either I've worn them a lot when I had less polish in my collection, or they may have been de-stash ones, I'm not sure. So that duo was a very cute duo, and that started off my December. Next up, I was inspired by one of the people I work with because she had blue nails, and they were really, really pretty, and I was like, oh, I really fancy blue nails. So I picked out this CBL, which is called Twinkling Lights, and it was from the Holiday 2016 collection. The formula is still spot on. It's this gorgeous glittery holographic blue. And with that one, I added some of this China Glaze in Can You See Me. This is one of my favourite China Glaze toppers. It has gone a little bit gunky, so I do need to get some nail polish thinner for this one, because I'm not ready to give this one up just yet. I think the more the chunky the glitters are, the quicker the polishes are to gloop. But this just made a stunning money, and I was absolutely in love with this one. I did have a really good December with Manis, I have to say. I was in love with them all. Next up, we have this Oops polish from Ada's Nails. It's a red, but it's got a little bit of pink to burgundy in there, and it does dry matte, and it looks absolutely stunning matte. But I did put a glossy top coat on, so I will show both of those pictures. But yeah, it's got this like metallic-y feel, but I did feel that it looked a bit different on the nails than it did in the bottle. I wasn't expecting it to dry matte at all, but it was still another stunning one. So that was just an Oops polish, so it has no name. So if I think of one, I will be naming it that. Next up, I did a green. So I used Sinful Colours Envy as my base. Again, from back in the day, a good old pound shop find. It has got a little bit of ugly bottle syndrome, but the polish is absolutely fine. And on top of that, I added this one from Black Heart Beauty, which is called Chunky Kelly Glitter, which has got these green, larger and smaller glitters in there. And this is just the perfect shade of a Christmas green. Again, absolutely loved these two together. This then gave me inspiration for my next money, and I wanted to do sort of green and red, so I decided to do half and half on my nails, which wasn't easy, I admit, but I was really glad of the outcome. So together with those, I used this red from Autograph, which is a Marks and Spencer's polish, and it's called Red Rush. I think I got it in a gift set at one year, and it is just an absolutely brilliant polish. And on top of that, I used one of my new polishes which is just a Nail Polish Avenue, so it was like a Boots gift set, and I thought this was actually going to be a glitter topper, like just the glitter, but it does have a jelly base. But these just worked perfectly with these, and I was really pleased with the outcome. It was very Christmassy, very, very Christmassy. And I always get a lot of compliments on my nails, which is really lovely. And then my final one for this year was Arders Nails XY Zurich, which I've made an absolute bodger of trying to put the name back on because it had rubbed off, but I will never forget the name of this polish anyway. So that's this sort of goldy colour with red glitters in it. And for some reason I decided I wanted to make it more sparkly. So I added on this W7, which I don't have the name of it, but it's very similar with these red glitters, but the red glitters in the W7 are a little bit more prominent. And I'm not sure if it showed the polish through or if it was they're just very similar. But it was a lovely mani, so I was really pleased with that one. Very sparkly. Have taken it off now. It was what I had on before I took these off, I did take it off. I gave my nails some TLC and ready to do a video on some other new polishes. So that was my last one really of, well, I say 2025. I may get time to paint them again before 2025 is over, but you will see this video probably won't come out till after that anyway. So the next polish I use I will add on to January polishes. It's been a fantastic year polish wise. I'm really pleased with what I've got through. I did mention on my top 20 video that my aims for this year are to not stress myself and not worry about destashing this year, because that just gosh, it just gets too much. But my main plan for this year is to sort my collection out. I'm trying to display more of them. I've got some bookshelves that I can add them onto, so I'm trying to display more of my polishes, and also I think I'm going to organise the ones in my helmers back into collections and try and get the little what they called, I can't think what they're called, the little things that go on the top, try and get those on so when they're in my helmers I can see what I've got. So that's my plans for this year. I hope you all have a lovely, or had a lovely New Year's Eve I should say, and I'll see you next time. Bye.